Hello and welcome. We have our GitLab account ready. We are going to talk about GitLab authentication. I want you to understand the whole scenario practically. So let's directly jump for the practical. What I'm doing right now, I'm going to create one Git repo in the GitLab. I'm also going to create local repo, and I'm trying to push this commits from the local repo to remote repo, and let's understand what is actually happening. Okay, so right now I am in my Git account. GitLab account. I don't have any repo, so I'm going to create one project over here. Yes, create project. Here I'm going to click on create blank project. Here I'm going to give name Windows. Why I'm giving this name Windows? Because we are going to verify the whole process from the Windows and Linux, and I'm going to create two separate repo, one for Windows and one for Linux. So right now I'm going to give name Windows. Here we are creating this repo. So here you will get the detail about private and public. Definitely we are going to discuss about both, but right now I just want to create public. I don't want to create any readme file, so this is just a repo that we are creating, and let's click on create project. So right now I have one remote repo for in the Git hub, and I want to push my commits to this remote repo from my local repo. So I have to have one local repo as well. So I'm going to open this Git bash. I'm in the Windows system right now. Okay. Now I'm going to create one Git repo. So let's say that mkdir git my code cd my code git init. Right. Now here you have to add one commit. So I'm going to create one file echo. This is my testing file, and I'm going to say file 1. Now git add file 1 git commit dash m version 1, and I have this local commit. Now I have this local commit that I want to push into the Git lab repo. That is what I have right now. Now when you are going to add this, you have two options that you can use. If you go to the code, you will find out that SSH option and HTTPS. Here we are going to talk about HTTPS method first. Okay, so let me add remote repo first. So as we know that this is the command we have. Okay, I'm going to copy this from here and going to paste it. Yes, I just added remote repo git remote add origin and git remote repo. When I added this, I'm actually using HTTPS URL. If you look at over here, okay, it is HTTPS URL. SSH URL is actually starting from git@GitLab. Okay, so that's why you have to make sure that which method you want to use. Right now we are discussing about HTTPS method. Okay, then now I want to push the code. So what I will do, I will say git push origin and master. Okay, now when I'm going to push this, okay, it is going to ask me about username and password. Look at this. Okay, it is asking me that I have to log in with my GitLab account, and this is what we are discussing right now. So let me go to the mind map introduction, and there are two methods for remote repository authentication. The first method is HTTPS. We are using this right now, and another method is SSH authentication. Right now we have HTTPS authentication. The screen that we are getting, the windows we are getting, it is for the HTTPS authentication. Here in the introduction of HTTPS authentication, the method is used for the username and password or personal access token, especially if two-factor authentication is enabled. Now if you look at this carefully, okay, here it is asking me for the first option, which is token. Here I have to add username and you have to enter this personal access token. I have another option as well, username and the password. Okay. Now question is which method you should use. Okay. Let's understand this using this mind map, and then we are going to use any method. Okay. It is widely used and compatible with the most network configuration. It is communication is encrypted over HTTP using SSL and TLS, and the HTTP authentication with GitLab, we have two options, right? So first of all, we are discussing about HTTPS authentication. The another option we have is SSL. Here we have 4 introduction point about HTTPS authentication. In the HTTPS authentication, we have 2 options, token and password, right? So we are discussing about both of this. So first of all, we have username and password. I am talking about this particular method. Here I will add my username and password for my GitLab account, and the authentication process will be completed. Okay. So the first option is username and password. Here, this is a straightforward method where you use GitLab username and password. This method is generally suitable for individuals who don't have two-factor authentication enabled. Right now, I don't have two-factor authentication enabled, so I can use this method. Okay. However, it is less secure compared to using personal access token, especially for users who do not have activate two-factor authentication. Okay. So if you don't have two-factor authentication, you can use this simple method. Okay. Here you can enter your username and password. I'm going to use this method. Let's say that how I can use this password.
Hello everyone, sorry to disturb you. I am sure you guys are enjoying our GitLab course. If you want full access of this course having 83 videos, you can enroll it from our portal. First 100 students will get special discount. There is some limitation on YouTube, we are unable to give you support, but once you become our community member, our instant support is included, lifetime updation, completion certification, and additionally, weekly lifetime live session with our expert Bhavesh Atal. We want to improve your skills anyhow, so that's why we added 5 projects as well. We are also available on Udemy. Still, you have any doubts, any queries, you can contact me on my personal number. Thank you.